first coming in last. Went to the bank, happy alive. Nigga fuck love, rather by rap. Nigga fuck love, rather by rap.
We're recording. We're now live. Episode 59, Woodcrest Certified Podcast coming at you. Like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you guys think.
Stop pointing at us, bro.
Nah, I want them to know, y'all. Like, comment, and subscribe.
Yes,
but like nicely, you know. But all right, yeah. Episode 59, another eventful weekend of football. A lot of people will say it's probably the worst officiating we've ever seen in our lives, but nonetheless, one thing I wanted to highlight was the fucking guy off one fucking leg, Patrick Mahomes the second. Like, this dude is really on his own level, right? Like, the dude he's in like E or S class, and then it goes ABC when it comes to like tiers in quarterbacking, in my opinion, in the NFL. Like, and that performance yesterday just like solidifies that shit. But
can I say something before you guys get into it? Because y'all football heads. I'm not a football head, but
okay,
that one leg that he was off of happened to be a black leg, by the way.
Alrighty,
y'all boys continue.
Okay.
Damn, I'm really glad you got that out there, bro.
Yeah. Get it off your chest, my boy.
Had to, bro. It was necessary.
How you know which leg is the white leg or the black leg?
Because I can see it.
Okay. My bad. My bad, my boy.
All right, you got it, my boy. But yeah, like, what were your guys' takeaways of the weekend? And you know, am I tripping and thinking that, you know, Mahomes is in the class of by himself, or what?
My nigga started 5 years. He's been to the AFC Championship 5 years, bro. Like,
that's amazing.
That's just crazy.
And this
third Super Bowl trip.
Yeah, I was just about to say third Super Bowl, ain't it?
Yeah. My nigga's he's been a starter for 5 years, bro. That's fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. So like, they threw out that stat of quarterback touchdowns records. It was either total playoffs or I think it might have been just AFC championships. And like, Tom Brady was at, you know, 21 or 22.
Like Tom Brady.
And this man Mahomes he was at 16 already off of 5 years. And Brady was in New England for, what was it, 18 years? Type shit. Like, that's just fucking insane.
I'm not gonna lie, that shit don't sound right.
No, they threw it like in the middle of the game or the third quarter or something like that. That number popped up. I saw the exact stat he talking about.
Yeah.
The amount of touchdowns that he threw during
in AFC championship games.
Yeah.
So just AFC championship games, not like total AFC playoff games, just AFC championship games. And
I feel like I gotta fact check that, man, because my nigga's been to like 12 Super Bowls.
I understand that.
Yeah.
He's been, well, how many is it actually? Is it 10? Right? He's 7 for 10.
9, isn't it? He lost to the Giants twice and the Eagles.
The Eagles once, yeah. So he's been to 10, 1-7. That's also fucking nuts.
That's crazy. Yeah.
That damn Tommy.
I would suspend his ass.
So there's 10, and then there's like the ones he lost.
Kenny, they tried to suspend his ass, and he fucked around and won the MVP and won the Super Bowl. So
yeah, you're right. I would have suspended him again, though.
But Chris, Pete's saying it too. Pete saw the graphic. Like, I understand if it was just on me, how there's reservations on it, because, you know, me and math just don't go hand in hand in numbers.
ESPN is saying that he's averaging like 1.5 touchdowns per AFC championship, bro. Like,
ESPN brings up the most random stats you've ever seen. In your life.
I gotta fact check that shit. I'll be back next episode. We'll talk about it.
All right, go ahead.
I feel you, bro.
Do y'all think he could sustain this, like the way he plays?
I think he can.
Yeah, bro.
I think he can.
He did it with one leg, right? Like,
I mean, it's not like
black leg.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like he scrambles a little bit, but that's not like his strength, right? His strength is like being a little.
I think
Like
bro's all around
he's
talented.
elusive as shit in the pocket and the way that he moves, and that doesn't necessarily age. Or if it does age, it's like way later.
But that last game, they hit him a lot. He got hit quite a few times. Like,
yeah,
not as much as Joe Burrow. They were fucking Joe Burrow up.
Which is true, but like Tom Brady didn't start getting hit till like the end of his career for real. Like Pat Mahomes, sometimes they be lighting that motherfucker up. Like,
yeah, because that line is a suspect all the fucking time.
That's why I was asking that. Not his talent. His talent, that shit not going away. Yeah. I'm a hater. I'm a Pat Mahomes hater. Like, I can't stand that light-skinned motherfucker. Like,
we see it on your forehead.
Fuck you. That game, I was like, God damn. Like, the third quarter, the nigga was hobbling and still throwing touchdowns.
Yeah.
Like,
he be doing some random shit. I seen
that's what I'm saying.
I don't know
I
what
seen
the
nigga do this, bro. Like,
yeah, I was about to do the same shit.
And the motherfucker still caught it. He did this, and the motherfucker caught it. Like
that nigga throwing alley oops.
I mean, they ran that shit back. That catch, they had to run it back because they're like, nah, that nigga fell to the ground already.
Yeah. Bro, that's like that in the fucking Super Bowl against the Bucks, dog. When he threw that pass, that he was literally slanted to the field. This man was slanted and still chucked that shit and hit his receiver in the fucking helmet, bro. If he would have caught that for a touchdown, that would have been like the craziest play ever.
Yeah.
Like the almost plays were crazy ass plays.
What Pat Mahomes do, you can't teach that.
No,
bro. That's not teachable.
No, not at all.
And I ain't watched that Jerry Carroll motherfucker.
I don't even watch sports like that. I watched that whole game and I was just like, what the fuck?
Well,
like,
why are you a Mahomes hater?
Who?
Pete.
You know, this is one of them things like how everybody hates the Cowboys.
Bro. Nah, bro.
You should hate the Bengals with me.
He got Jerry Jones in his ear.
Right.
Once you get Jerry...
And then Exhibit B, Kenny.
Once you get Jerry Jones in your ear, it's a wrap.
Or like Danny. Danny, when the Cowboys lost, this nigga been quiet for 10 years. Came out of nowhere, fuck the Cowboys. I was like, damn, bitch, like, didn't you go on a sabbatical?
you know when Black Panther, when he died to get those gems and shit like that, to get the blessings from everyone, this nigga Pete be doing the same shit and seeing Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones be out there sitting right there.
That's just funny. But nah, like dude's fucking crazy. Like I understand to an extent like why David has beef with Mahomes, but I don't understand why you got beef with Mahomes, bro. Dude's just nice.
I think it was like
what happened?
What you say, Chris?
Do we understand why David got beef? I don't understand.
I don't have beef.
Wait, who does David have beef with?
Everybody. That's not Lamar Jackson.
He has yeah, that's true.
Nah,
that's true.
I mean, so like, I'm not saying I understand David's beef, but like David, you know how he is about his guys, right? Like, he's gonna ride with Lamar Jackson no matter fucking what. Pete don't ride with Dak that hard like that. Like he doesn't.
That's the fuck. I hate the nigga, but yeah.
Exactly. Like Pete didn't have any reason to hate Mahomes like at all. Like, so
look. I'm gonna explain. It's not gonna make a lot of sense, but it's like his second year, niggas was dick riding that nigga so hard. I was just like, fuck him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, he's in year 2. Let it man like blossom a little bit. Now he's in year 5. I'm like, okay, like he showed and tell. You know
I can't lie. Out of all teams, I wouldn't have expected Pete to be a Dallas Cowboys fan. Like,
how'd you become a Cowboys
That's kind of wild for me.
I've been like that since a kid. I don't know. Like when I started playing football, I just gravitated to the Cowboys. I don't know why. I just like
you see Jerry Jones.
Shut the fuck up. I didn't know I was gonna vote for Trump when I got older.
All right. We're gonna let that sit in, marinate.
2024.
Go ahead, bro.
He's gonna be wearing red hats all 2024.
Yeah, that shit.
My favorite hat is my red Nike hat. So,
Nike.
but, nah, I ain't got no MAGA on it. It says Nike.
We could stitch it on there for you.
Kenny knows a guy.
I do.
That's just funny. But yeah, just in summary of the weekend, like, dude's fucking nice, and like I said, I really do think Mans is on a tier of his own. Like, you might as well just put Mahomes and then start ranking 1 through 5 or whatever else you want to do, because like, dude's fucking unreal. Like, he's one of the best talents we've ever seen in the league. So shit's gonna be
They losing the Eagles though.
They what?
They losing to the Eagles.
To the Eagles?
Yes, sir.
I don't really know, man. I mean, I'm excited. I'm excited for the game, bro, because I'm hoping, and I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. Granted, the Eagles' defense is disgusting, and the Chiefs' defense, like, they do what they got to do at times. They're not like consistently really good, but they show up like during the important down sort of thing. So I'm hoping it's not like a super defensive game, because I just want to see both of these QBs just go off for like 50 points each.
Jalen Hurts got the hoop earring in.
That he does.
He nice too, though.
Yeah, he is.
He is.
He's cold. You hear that, David? I said Jalen Hurts is cold.
Yeah, but he another light skinned motherfucker too.
Yeah, he's in the Super Bowl. Like,
What?
Okay.
is Brooke gonna show his true colors on a guy that's in the Super Bowl? I mean, I don't think so.
My true color, bro. I don't. What are you talking about? True colors, dog.
I want you to get an Africa tat on your chest.
That'll make me feel better.
That's ridiculous.
They
What did that be
know
like?
what I'm talking about, bro. So I don't even need
What
to
did that be
elaborate.
like? Cultural appropriation?
It's that time, man.
Not if you don't make no money off of it. I want it to be colored in too.
Yeah.
That
Yes,
would
sir.
be. If I saw Rook with an African tat, I'd probably get mad. I'm like, yo,
Put on your neck, bro.
You gonna be mad at progress, bro.
I just want to know. I want to know how everybody feels about it, bro.
Bro, listen. For anyone out there who doesn't know where this is coming from, is because whenever the fuck was it 3 years ago, Chris asked the question: is there any way that the Jaguars draft Justin Fields over Trevor Lawrence? And I said no. I said there's no shot. And then this instantly turned into, damn, I don't like black quarterbacks in the NFL type of thing.
I'll let you finish, because that was a conclusion that we reached after a couple of things. Because you're already fighting with David over the Lamar Jackson thing.
Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, we know why he doesn't like Lamar Jackson.
Bro, listen. I have Lamar Jackson as a top 10. I think at the time I had him at like 7 or 6 or 7 top of the top quarterbacks in the league. And I know for a fact during this time when we're talking about top 10 top 5 quarterbacks, like 3 of the 5 quarterbacks on the list I have were black quarterbacks.
How many donations?
This is the I have black friends argument.
No, it's not.
My whole thing, and if we can revisit just this real quick, I don't know if we talked about this on the podcast. The fact that we've seen Ohio State and Clemson play each other, and Justin Fields looked way better than Trevor Lawrence. And to be like, this nigga's clearly going to get drafted first. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know.
It was questionable behavior, like at the least, like
bro,
for sure.
With how much?
I mean, he was right though.
Yeah, I'm saying with how much hype there was around Trevor Lawrence, with this man Urban Meyer literally holding this man's fucking hand during his pro day, right? And how much they like literally were just, and how much in the media was like, it's for sure he's number one, he's number one, he's number one. Like, that's why I say he was number one. And then, like, it's what happened. He got picked number fucking 1.
I mean, isn't that what they were saying about Chet last year? Like, Chet was like the fucking Cinderella at the ball, and then they ended up picking Jabari Smith number 1, or no, they ended up picking up Pablo.
Paulo's not.
Paolo, not Pablo.
That
He said Pablo.
Put some respect on that man's name, bro. He's
That ain't
Pablo.
Pablo. That's low key.
But you had Russ ahead of him, right? I had Russ ahead of him at that time. Okay, Austin, at that time.
What I'm saying is that the ESPN hype the ESPN hype doesn't always align to what's going on in these rooms or whatever. Like, it doesn't always affect the decision makings of the number one pick. Is all I'll say.
It's not the ESPN hype,
and
Chris.
for
It
you to
was
have
like
so
it
much
was the
confidence-
NFL. There was the NFL insiders that were saying that shit.
Bro,
Yeah,
were
the
you,
niggas on
were you
ESPN,
actually
bro,
watching,
like,
my nigga? You had your eyes open?
Yeah, bro. Like,
Yeah.
you ain't even niggas, bro. Like,
I'm trying to help. I be trying to help people out, bro.
Yeah, I'm
His
saying
name
like
is Justin Fields. He is in a field, motherfucker.
Oh wow, that's
God
crazy.
bless
Wow.
Who
Okay
hurt
then.
you?
Bless
I'm
You say motherfucker so passionately, bro.
Yeah, but you know, I don't really mean you're not fucking mothers. That's not what I mean. That's not what I
I'm
mean.
glad you cleared that up, bro.
I hope not.
That's not none of my business, no way.
Nothing wrong with mothers, bro.
How do you feel about that? How do you feel about that, David?
What?
How do you really feel about that?
I don't have no comment on this
all
here
right,
topic.
all right, we're gonna let that go.
I would appreciate that.
But anyway, like I said, this is the backstory world. It's because I said Trevor Lawrence was gonna get picked first, and he ended up getting fucking picked first. That's all I'm saying.
He's also a blonde-haired,
a
blue-eyed
victory
person.
for your side, bro. I hear you.
Anyway, all right, we're moving on.
That shit hurt him right there, bro.
No, bro, it's like I don't know
He
what.
said, all right, we gotta move
Like,
on.
If he would have went second, would you have apologized?
Who,
did
Trevor
you-
Lawrence?
You should.
Well, like, yeah, if they would have picked Justin Fields one, I'd be like, all right, I was wrong.
If Trevor Lawrence had an afro,
would you have met with the black delegation to like?
Yeah, you got to go on a beg for forgiveness tour, bro.
I mean, I would have.
would you have met with Jesse Jackson?
That's what I had to do for ketchup. Tomatoes.
You hit me with a goddamn soul, nigga. You took your ass to sleep. You woke up and ate some mayonnaise, nigga. Come on.
Nah, the tomato community been on my ass, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you.
The ketchup community?
The ketchup community.
I know you lying. No. We gotta expose. No, we go. I'm gonna go harder now. Now you done fucked up. I'm gonna go harder now. We expose this nigga, bro. Mayo, ketchup, and everybody coming at your ass.
I'm cool with all of them.
We gonna get David famous. Fuck this shit.
All right. Before we move on, really quick. So, what's your guys' Super Bowl prediction? I'm going Chiefs.
I'm going Eagles.
Eagles. Kenny, you say Eagles, right?
I say Eagles, bro. Yeah.
David, you say Eagles?
I do.
Yeah. Did y'all see Pat Mahomes' dad?
Yeah.
Like I seen a Twitter post. I seen a Twitter post. They was like, "That's a real nigga."
Yeah, I saw that post too, Kenny. That shit was funny.
That shit was funny, bro. Pat Mahomes' dad ain't.
We ain't there what Chris said.
Huh?
Yeah, Chris, who you got?
Oh, the Eagles.
Eagles, all right.
Austin said Eagles too.
Yeah, Austin also said Eagles. All right, I guess I'm the only one that says Chiefs.
Chiefs is banged up, man. Pat Mahomes banged up, man. He going into dangerous territory right there, bro.
He's banged up and threw for 320 yards.
Yeah, but we're not talking about the
Eagles
compared to the Bengals, man. I ain't gonna lie. He going to Philly, man. They don't like Ben Simmons out there, man. Come on.
Bengals almost lost to Tyler Huntley, but that's another conversation.
What?
Austin goes, Mahomes gonna need to go nuclear. Which Austin, he very well can. That's very much within his powers.
We seen him go nuclear. So.
Austin said he can go nuclear.
Yeah, that he needs to go nuclear for them to win.
Yeah, for sure.
It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting to see like what the wide receiver health is because they lost two of them motherfuckers during the game, too. So we'll see what the receiving core is gonna look like.
Them
for
Chiefs got everybody's wide. They got everybody wide receiver that nobody wanted. Like they out there just I don't know, man.
I don't even want to say what Austin just said.
Austin said, man.
Austin said, "I'm taking a nuclear shit right now in South Carolina." Pray for me.
There's a lot of racism in South Carolina, so that shit is racist too.
Be careful out there, Austin.
Yeah, be safe,
bro.
man.
That toilet paper you wiping.
He a cream color, brother.
Yeah. Hey, wash your hands, Austin.
Yeah, bro.
All right, I want to skip ahead to Chris's topic because I feel like we could get lost in that in a little bit for a little bit. Chris, what is the conversation you had with one of your coworkers?
So, I don't know how this came up, but we were debating whether 9/11 was staged or not, or it was an inside job, or da 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 da. And that's a conversation that's been had millions of times already, probably on this podcast alone. But then it spun into some other thing, right? Because he's talking about these people in power always know what's going on. And it went into Mark Zuckerberg. And he's like, yeah, he's worth $100 billion right now. And it was worth more. He was worth like 180.
Yeah.
And it's because this guy has like some vision. Like, in order to be there, you have to have some vision. Right. And I'm like, motherfucker, he started Facebook like in 2003. Niggas didn't have smartphones in 2003.
Yes, sir.
Right. I feel like the elites, like the top class people, they just capitalize on opportunities.
Facts.
Right. Like, niggas didn't set up the fucking Twin Towers falling and us invading the Middle East. But once we did it, they're like, fuck it, we might as well take their oil, right? Like, I mean, that's what happened, right?
Yeah.
At least that's the way that I look at it.
Yeah, I don't think there's really no type of like planned bullshit to this. Like, I feel like niggas is just the same way you just said it, bro. I really agree with you. You know what I mean? Like,
But I also think like people in power can just make the shit that they want to happen also, right? Like, especially when it comes to like the stock market, where motherfuckers decide, hey, we're gonna short the fuck out of a stock, and they put so much money into shorting a stock, it's gonna go down. So they're just creating their wealth that way. And that's how they got fucked up in that whole GameStop situation, is because people were like, oh, these brokerages are shorting these companies, let's fucking buy it to fuck them up, sort of thing.
I don't know how.
That's the opposite of what you're saying, though.
What do you mean?
Go ahead.
Because that's not the people in power. That was a bunch of motherfuckers on Reddit.
No, I'm talking about the brokerages. Like they do that and create their wealth that way. And then I'm saying that's how they got fucked up, is because people from Reddit like fought back essentially.
Can I say this?
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know if this happens to do with what even what we're talking about, but there's a lot of there's a dude that I know personally, and his girlfriend, and like his girlfriend is popping off as like a really big artist, like in the pop culture, dance culture. And he's told me how A&Rs have hit his girl up, and they literally just hitting this girl up to just see what she has. Like, they don't know what the fuck she got going on. And these are rich motherfuckers too. They don't know what she's doing. They don't know the sound she got, but they're trying to listen in on what she got to be like, okay, when they hit up other artists, they can look for this, Like, I feel like what Chris is saying is real talk. Like, half these freaking rich ass motherfuckers don't know what's going on. They're actually trying to tap in to see what's going on. Like, the girl that I'm saying right now, like, she's a dance artist. These A&Rs don't know goddamn thing. Don't know goddamn thing of what she's doing, what she's putting out. They're like, they act like they do. They talk to her like they do. But when they tap in, they're only in to take information back in. You know what I mean? And to present it to the record labels to be like, oh, this is what we should be going. This is what we should be passing around, and this is what we should be pursuing. And I don't know, maybe that don't even got nothing to do with what Chris is talking about, but I really feel like it do, low key, in my opinion.
Like on some level, like, I feel like, yeah. Because like, I think what a lot of people who want to be successful, like, the idea that they subscribe to is that your destiny is in your hands. Like, if you want it bad enough, it's gonna happen, right?
Yeah.
And I hate to be like that guy to be like, no, but I feel like opportunity is a huge part of that.
Yeah.
I get what I get that part of it. Like when I delivered, well, whatever, a job that I was doing last year, one of the fucking 12 of them. I met
money,
up,
bro.
I met up with a millionaire, and my nigga had so much money he didn't even know what to do with it. He was making like $5 million a year. Like that was money that he was taking home from his business.
Oh, damn.
And my nigga became a millionaire. My nigga became a millionaire making bottle caps.
What?
Fucking bottle caps, bro.
Like what?
And that's bottle caps.
So he was
Like
capping
literally
for real.
just
Like
literally
for sodas and shit.
Yeah, but I'm saying so like that was his business as he created the bottle cap mechanism shit.
No, like he just has like the warehouses to create them. Like that's.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I didn't fucking press him. I don't know like the fucking. You know, but I know the nigga's a millionaire because I'm in a fucking 70-foot tree hanging a chandelier. I know the nigga got money.
That nigga had a black person in the tree. Oh shit! Oh, you was up there, huh?
Let me get a drink real quick.
You should get a drink, nigga. I don't know how he got your black ass in the tree.
I mean, I feel like to a certain extent, your homeboy. This is again, we had the same conversation, but different. Some people feel like when they say certain control is superpower related, like Nancy Pelosi, a lot of these big stock guys can't fucking stand her. Like she's always making money off the stock market because they have inside knowledge, so they manipulating their money in ways where they make bread off of this shit. And it should be against the law. Like,
but like, I feel like what you're saying is the other way around. Is what I'm saying is that she has insider information, so she knows what's about to happen, and she capitalizes based off of that information. She's not manipulating the market.
No, she's not.
No.
She just knows what's about to happen before you know what's about to happen.
I've seen what Chris is talking about plenty of times in different industries. I've seen that shit happen plenty of times where niggas are capitalizing off of just having the upper hand.
Amazon is the perfect example. Like Amazon didn't know the pandemic was going to happen. But what happened? The pandemic happened, and then
they took off.
Blew the fuck up
because niggas had to niggas had to rely on them. They had to.
I know for a fact 10 years from now, there's going to be at least a couple forums online talking about how Jeff Bezos had something to do with the pandemic. I know for a fact. That's what niggas are going to do. Because, that's how it goes. Like, same thing with what my nigga's talking about. Like, he's like, yo, Mark Zuckerberg knew he was going to be a 100 millionaire. And I'm like, bro, there's no fucking way. Like, there's no way he could have seen the scope of social media back in 2004. There's no way.
All he did was copy the blueprint of MySpace.
And you know what's crazy? Like, MySpace sold for $500 million.
Yeah.
And
it was only 500 million. I say only like that's a little bit. That's a fuck ton of money.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Them niggas sold it for 500 million. So back then, niggas clearly didn't see the potential that social media was gonna become.
Yeah,
right?
Like, for sure. You can see it.
It's just easy to see niggas who are successful
and
be like, oh, they followed the formula. Like,
you know what's crazy too, Chris? I mean, Pete, I'm gonna say I can say at least three of us was in the MySpace area. Where we didn't.
That shit was weird.
Was in the MySpace area?
Hell yeah, bro. I had a
yeah.
Percy Harvin background with D Wade. I had the music on my shit.
Okay. I ain't gonna lie though. I was like at the start of the era because like I'm like I graduated in 2008. Matter of fact.
Damn.
2008. I graduated.
He said, "Damn."
Oh, you a hater, nigga? I'll pull up.
Nah, I'm not hating at all,
He
bro.
said, "I'll pull up."
I'm not hating, dog.
All right, cool. Let's calm it down then.
Yeah, we didn't understand. The internet came out in '93, bro. Like I remember when we started getting that shit in house,
but
and we had dial-up.
I knew niggas that didn't gravitate to my I was a nigga when MySpace came out. Obviously, I had no choice because I had niggas around me that was older than me and they was talking about putting songs on MySpace, and I was over here like, okay, I guess I got to do that. I did that shit, but then I also seen niggas that didn't gravitate towards MySpace and was like, yo, what the fuck is this? Like we shouldn't be doing this. And I found it funny because it's like niggas looked at it like it was part of their religion not to hop on a MySpace.
Yeah.
Niggas was scared to post a picture on MySpace, bro. And I was thinking to myself, I'm like, nah, this has to be the future, because if a nigga not doing this type of shit, how can we grow? Like, how are we gonna grow as a society? You know what I mean? Like, obviously, there's people out here like, oh yeah, I don't rock with social media, and I still see that to this day, my nigga. There's niggas that won't hop on Instagram. If they got a business, they ain't hopping on Instagram. One of my brothers, he was trying to sell business. He would be selling business owners on trying to get their business on social media because they don't fuck with it. They're like, nah, I don't trust it. I don't fuck with it. But that's the energy they be having. You know, they be scared as hell. Like
That's
they be
some
thinking
old
like,
folks.
yeah, bro. They be scared like you about to steal their whole identity on this shit, man. Like no lie.
Elon Musk was one of the biggest ones that capitalized off that shit. A lot of people don't even know, because we were scared to put our information online.
Yeah.
And then PayPal, it was his before Tesla. You know what I'm saying? Like, so he boomed
PayPal
off.
was Elon?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
And
He made his money.
yeah, he boomed off PayPal. Then he was able to jump into the tech world. Like,
Damn, what an
that
animal.
way. Yeah, and because people started paying things online, like,
Yeah.
so he took advantage of that shit. He was like, let me, see the future in a way, and then took that money, and then Tesla, boom. Now SpaceX also, but yeah.
I mean, people really be on this like, I don't want to gravitate to what's new.
That's stupid.
All the time. That shit always happens all the
That's
time.
why you're broke.
And I'd be scared to talk to those type of people because they be over here like, they be sound like what you doing and what you're trying to do is like, oh, I can't see it. And I'm like, you can't see it, but 2 years from now you're gonna see it, and then you're gonna come back to me and act like, oh, you was with the times, I don't know. It's hard for me to explain. I just seen it happen a few times. Especially fucking like graduating 2008, man. 2008 is like, it's a hard period because it's like nobody want to grow, really.
Yeah.
Nobody wanted to grow from them times, man.
No, that the Facebook shit is kind of crazy though. Like, dude, Chris, like you're right. Like he didn't necessarily know what he had. Like it would grow as much as it did, right? Like, dude, I remember reading some shit that like in the beginning he didn't want to do ads and shit at all because of like, there's a bunch of ads on MySpace at the time or whatever. But then once he started adding ads, and then he started selling like people's, not like necessarily their data, but kind of their data, like they're like creating like those algorithms on how to push ads towards them and shit. Then that shit caught fire. Then that's how they started making billions of dollars.
That's another conversation that I had with a couple people. Like, I mean, once you get to a certain dollar amount, like nothing even matters anymore. Honestly, like once you hit 30 million, like what's the difference between 30 million and 60 million? Right? Like, or 30 million or 30 billion and 60 billion. Like, what's the difference?
It don't matter at that point.
Like, what can you buy at 60 billion that you couldn't buy at 30 billion? You know what I mean? Like, so
the earth, nigga.
So it's crazy because, like, I feel like at some point, like, what are you even chasing? Like, the money doesn't even matter at that point anymore.
I still think like between them, they're chasing the number one spot. You know what I'm saying? Like it switches often. Like, so they just imagine being called the richest man in the world. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's wild to even out of 8 billion people now. I think we finally hit like to be the number one guy. That's a crazy ass statement.
Yeah.
I just want this podcast to take off so we could put that whale in the fucking lake.
If you put a goddamn whale in that lake, I'm selling that whale.
Not
It was an Indian dude, bro. He lost his
I'm
spot.
flipping that whale, nigga.
you flipping the whale, bro. It's a fountain.
That
Kenny.
was gonna be gone, nigga.
It's a fountain. You're gonna get rid of a fountain?
Nigga, you watch and see, bro.
All right, man. You got
You
it.
in Milwaukee, nigga. You ain't gonna see that shit going on.
Isn't Elon number one right now?
Nah, it was some Indian.
He just got passed by the Louis Vuitton guy, isn't it?
Real time.
Louis Vuitton guy
billionaire.
just
Elon
passed him up?
Musk appears to be number 2.
So who's number one?
I saw some headline that it's like the CEO of Louis Vuitton. I think
Bernard Arnault, and
Yeah, that's a Louis Vuitton guy.
Damn.
That's a guy that Kanye referenced all the time. Like
Them niggas be making money, bro.
Damn, Louis
what I'm
like
fucking
that?
saying, bro.
yeah, like how the fuck? What?
I don't know, motherfucker. I
It
was
can't
out there.
just be Louis. Fuck no, he not just making all that money off Louis.
Nah, he not. You know them niggas got ties with everybody. That's they ain't just one. There's not just making money off a company like their own company. Like they got ties, bro.
So that whole top 5 shift then. Like
So it's the Louis guy, then it's Elon, then Bezos, Larry Ellison. I don't have any idea who that is.
Yeah.
Then Warren Buffett. Bill Gates is 6.
Damn.
that,
Larry.
Elon.
Bill Gates is
You know
6, and didn't he just like give away a fuck ton of money?
You know what? I was
His
naming
shit
Woodcrest.
shifted down. His place shifted down by 54 billion. So I don't know what happened that he lost 54 billion, but
Nah.
He got divorced.
yeah, he
oh, is that
did.
what it was?
He did. He lost,
Yeah,
but he
divorce
lost
get
like
you.
he lost like 34 billion in a divorce.
Yeah, I was naming Woodcrest in my
34
lyrics.
billion?
I'm done with
She
y'all.
became the richest woman on earth off of that. That's
I thought that was Bezos' wife.
you know what you're talking about?
Yeah, Bezos' wife became the richest woman in the world
I
after
was-
that divorce.
I was naming y'all boys in my lyrics. I'm done with y'all. I'm sorry.
But to
Nigga.
be able to give away 34 billion in the divorce, bro, I want them problems. Like,
Yo.
Like Facebook, their stock cut in half, and my nigga went from being 180 billion to being worth 100 billion.
Who you talking about? Who's the nigga that owns Facebook?
Mark Zuckerberg.
Mark Zuckerberg.
But doesn't he own Instagram too?
Yeah.
Yeah, he does now. Damn, India got 2 dudes in the top 10 for the richest people in the world.
Yeah, now
How does that make you feel?
that one nigga took an L though. Like they every fucking government in the world is taking him to court.
You talking about Mukesh?
I don't know what his name is.
Why?
Why you say it like that, bro?
That's how I'm assuming that's how you said that.
Mukesh.
No, I said Mukesh. His name it's spelled M-U-K.
That's how you said
I
it.
know it ain't that. I know it ain't that.
I feel like it's a pretty good guess on how to say his name. Mukesh.
Bro,
I don't
you
know.
saying that with the
You
whitest
should get him
accent
on
you
here.
ever.
Well, I'm sorry, Kenny. I don't speak Indian, so I'm just fucking.
Well, learn it, nigga.
I'm just guessing, bro. All
Learn it. For my
right,
Indian viewers.
all right, bro. I got you.
All right. What's the next topic, man? You asshole.
We're not even done with this topic. I mean, Chris. So, like, what were your overall thoughts? Like, do you think that, like, these motherfuckers just know shit about shit?
I think these conspiracy theories are fueled by narratives, and I feel like these narratives are mostly floated by the idea that the people in charge are like incredibly intelligent and incredibly competent. And I'm telling you, like, I feel like they're not. Like, I seen Jordan.
Yeah.
They're not. Like, I feel like these niggas be guessing as much as we do. They just have a little bit more information. And they have more access. Right. They have more access to the resources to react. You know what I mean? In terms of, like, having a crystal ball that they can look at and see the future, like, nah, bro.
I don't think. See, that's that superpower aspect. I feel like they're in rooms where some of these information is being shared, though. Like, I don't think it's just all fluke.
It's not them.
It can't be a fluke for you to be a fucking 300,000 trillion billionaire. Like,
Nah, but that's what happened to Mark Zuckerberg though. Like I don't think Mark Zuckerberg was in the room with U.S. Senate or any of these guys. I think he was you know.
I'm not saying that, but I feel like once they hit a certain point, like Jay-Z has his dinner or whatever he call that shit every year. Like when they get in this dinner, they talking about, okay, we're gonna do this next step to do X, Y, and Z, or we could invest in this cognac, or we could do, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think it's like a crystal ball, like, cause a lot of these companies, if I pour money into them, right, and then when the public IPOs become public, now me, you, Rook, David, and Kenny pour money into it because it takes us to fuel these companies. Now they get richer, but they was already in it with $1 million, 2 million, 10 million, whatever the number was. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, don't get me wrong, the rich do get richer. Like that's definitely a thing. But I think there's a line here though. Like the difference, there's a line between insider information and being able to create the future. Like those are not the same thing. They sound like the same thing, but they're not the same thing.
I didn't say. See, I don't think they're creating the future, but they kind of like, you know how like when you nudge something in a certain, influencing, like you're influencing a certain trajectory. Like,
that's like what I was saying, sort of with the stock market shit, right? Like when you're at that point, you have the power to make shit happen. Like that's like what I was saying the other day when I was talking about, and granted, like we said, there's other factors involved in it, but like how people aren't spending, businesses are not trying to spend right now because of the fears of the recession, which kind of in theory causes a recession when they're not like spending money sort of thing or putting it back into the economy. So it's like creating, manifesting it, it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy type of shit.
So like my whole thing is like that's probably a good example to go off of. If all these niggas were in a room talking to each other all the time, recessions would never happen. Right? Because like what you're saying is exactly what happens. Is niggas is trying to guess what the other niggas is doing. And when they guess incorrectly, or I mean essentially they feel like, oh, the other nigga's gonna hold on to his money, so they hold on to their money, that's when the recession happens. Right?
Right.
But like it's not, if these niggas were all in a room talking to each other all the time, the recession would never happen.
I didn't say all the time, but
no, but I'm not arguing with you. I'm debating like the I'm really arguing with my boss, really. That's
Where's your boss at? We put him in the chat.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna come on, bro. Like,
but your boss is probably the superpower ass nigga. I had this conversation with Mike them at the dinner recent. Like, it's people that sit there and think motherfuckers throwing the cape and just fly out of space and then going to the sun and get super. No, motherfucker, that's not how that shit works. It's weird. Like,
I think there's people who have, like, it's crazy because I feel like it's a mixture of things. I think there's people who have a bunch of knowledge and a bunch of skills that get them to where they are. I feel like there's people who are relentless. Like the guy who I was talking to, he became a millionaire off of bottle caps. And I'm telling you, if he didn't become a millionaire off of bottle caps, he would have became a millionaire off of something else. The nigga wanted it, he was gonna make it happen.
Yeah.
His mindset.
So there's a level to that makes sense. But there's another level that's just happenstance. There's some things that just fucking happen. And there's niggas, like, shit just lands in niggas' laps. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, a lot of it is timing, and there's an aspect of luck in it for sure.
There's a lot of shit.
If Mark Zuckerberg would have been born 10 years earlier, he wouldn't be worth $100 billion. You know what I mean?
Like, he would probably create MySpace.
Yeah, but that stance is tough too, because that's you kind of doing the same thing these superpower ass niggas doing, but in reverse. You can't say if he was, he wasn't. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, I mean, I'm just saying what's a fact. Like, he created an incredibly innovative IPO, but it took off because of the timing of where it was at, right? Like, the smartphone industry took off at the same time Facebook took off.
Not really.
They kinda
Facebook
they
was
were-
out there. Facebook was out there before a smartphone.
right, but like the
I mean,
reason
not necessarily
Yeah, they
because
started.
the first
Shut your young ass up. You wasn't out there with no Facebook.
regardless,
no, but I'm saying like the first iPhone came out in
regardless.
2009.
Stop waving your hands, Chris. I'll flip right here.
Regardless. The reason Facebook is worth $100 billion today is because everybody has a smartphone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if you would have created Facebook 5 years earlier, the trajectory would have been completely different. You know what I mean? Like, so like it's your work ethic, it's your genius, it's all that, but it's also the opportunity as well.
Yeah, luck. Preparation met opportunity. Luck.
Yeah.
Like, but people think luck is this mystical shit too. It's like, no, the fuck is not. You worked hard enough and you so happen to meet the opportunity to take off. Like, it's not mystical. I didn't throw on the cape and I became lucky, man. Like, that shit's weird. Like,
the military is a perfect way to explain that. Like in the military, there's a couple qualifications that you have to meet in order to get promoted. Once you meet those qualifications, then you're lined up with all the other people that have those same qualifications. But like, you could be some all-star, but if you don't have the qualifications, they won't even consider you for promotion, right? And that's kind of what it is, where like you have to have your ducks in a row to even be in a position to benefit from the opportunity, right?
Yeah. Because I don't know if y'all do it in the Air Force the same way. We got like a point system, and it changes per job. Like, let's say you need a 650 to get promoted in January, but then in July it could drop down to 450. So if you so happen to be above 450, boom, promotion. So you got lucky.
Right.
Like,
in the reserves, it's kind of different, but I feel what you're saying though. Like,
but I feel like, I don't know. I feel like both could be true at the same time. I feel like it is these people that just so happen to be born in a crazy ass era, like Amazon again. Like, that's Warren Buffett said that shit too, because he got famous first off the railroad, or he made a lot of his money off the railroad. Then I think the Silver Railroad, then Dairy Queen, and everything else that came after. But he was like, he just got born at the right time when the stock market just started taking off. So when he started investing, he literally could have just took money, threw it in the air. They fell in whatever company, and he still would have got rich.
Right.
And I was like, God damn, that's a crazy ass.
It's so crack.
That's not a crazy ass like concept to think of. Imagine being born when the stock market just started booming.
Yeah.
Right.
And you just literally throw your money anywhere. It was like, I could have invested in bullshit and still got rich.
Bro, imagine being in on Apple when that shit was at like $2 a share, bro. Oh my goodness.
What's wild is that there was a lot of people there, and a lot of people decided not to. Like, that's the crazy. That's the crazy part. You always hear the story about the people who had the opportunity to buy into Sprint when they first started, and they decided not to. Like,
even Facebook, the kids in his dorm was like, "This shit weird." Like,
it was like 2 out of the 7 niggas decided to do it.
Yeah.
And them 2 niggas are fucking rich. Like their great grandkids are gonna be rich. Like, they're rich.
Listen, I want y'all to know right now, when you have that good idea, I'm in. All right, just let me know.
I'm willing to sell my left kidney for that shit. Like,
bro, like,
I have an idea.
You never fucking know, bro. I'm telling you, you never know.
I would flip Pete's kidney. I ain't gonna lie.
That's crazy. Well, I already put my shit out there. You can't use.
Can you try and take the other one?
All good. It's all good.
Oh man, that's just funny. No, Chris, and kind of circling back on the conspiracy thing, is actually funny timing because you know who Pat McAfee is, right, Chris?
I know the fucking internet security.
That's not
bad. Yo, walk out of this stream and come back, bro.
Pat McAfee, he used to be the kicker for the Colts. And now he has like a podcast, show type shit. Yeah, he really is a show that he streams on YouTube, and it's kind of like a podcast type thing. And he talks about the NFL and shit all the time. And he brought up the NFL being a conspiracy because of like people freaking out saying the NFL is rigged. And he hit like bullet point for bullet point this shit that you be saying when it comes to like any conspiracy theory. He was like, in order for the NFL to be rigged, you have to assume that these incompetent refs are competent enough to.
Right. Like, it's bro, like it blows my mind. So, all right, can I talk about the conversation that I had with my boss real quick? Just real quick. So, my nigga's talking about the Twin Towers falling, right?
Yeah.
So, I'm like, all right. Because there was 4 different planes.
Yep.
2 of them ran into the Twin Towers.
Yep.
One of them hit, what was
the
it?
Pentagon.
The Pentagon.
And one of them got shot down.
Yeah.
Okay.
It didn't get shot down. They pulled it down.
Yeah.
Whatever the case might be. Everybody believes that one got shot down, right?
No. That's not what happened.
That's the common consensus.
No, the common consensus is what happened was the passengers tried to take over the plane, and they busted through this shit. And then when that happened, like they just couldn't get to the control in time.
That's what I heard.
Is that what you believe happened?
That's what they said, and that's what they reported happened.
Is that what you believe happened? I believe it got shot down.
I don't think.
How did it get shot down? They sent the fucking Raptors to the other side of the fucking world.
I mean, they got a lot of Raptors, rookie. I'm not trying to talk about this shit.
All right, go ahead.
Like, this is not what I'm trying to.
Let's throw out that last plane. All right.
Okay.
Well, I guess this is an important part, though, is the last plane.
I mean, because that's an important part of the theory. Like, I guess everybody outside of rookie believes this shit got shot down, right?
The plane eventually crashed in Somerset County, Pennsylvania, following an attempt by the passengers and crew to regain control of the plane from the hijackers. All 44 people on the board were killed.
Y'all trust American news?
Well, all right, so Chris is saying what we believe happened, right? So what I have to go off of is what the news said, and the news said that they tried to take over the plane. I'm saying, like,
none of y'all niggas don't know what the fuck happened. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know.
But Chris trying to make a point. Can we let the man make a point?
Well, in order to make the point, we got to be on the same page.
I'm cool with everybody making a point. I'm just saying, like, I don't believe
what I'm saying is, like, most likely what happened is that this shit got shot down.
Okay,
that's what most likely happened.
Why do you say it's most likely?
Chris, just finish. Please finish.
Just go ahead. Just go ahead.
Right. Okay. So the majority of people believe that this shit got shot down outside of rookie.
There's no way I'm in the minority.
Can you let the goddamn like?
Where's the majority that niggas got shot down? Like, what's the majority?
Chris, please.
Man, Pete, stop talking, bro. Let Chris talk, bro. Let me hear.
That's y'all niggas talking. The fuck, like
I'm trying to hear what the fuck is the majority. Like,
I know telling the nigga to finish.
Go ahead, Chris.
Chris, go ahead. He mixing minority and majority, bro.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Where the fuck is the majority? Like, who the fuck
is
the
majority?
Oh my
god, what's the majority, nigga?
He said majority.
That shit is Chris ain't do no motherfucking studies, and y'all niggas is capping, bro. Like, come on, bro.
Chris, can you please go, please?
All I know is 911 was not an inside job.
I'm about to leave because y'all niggas.
I don't even know if I'm gonna finish what I was saying. Like,
please, in the hat.
No, go ahead, Chris. You got it.
Like, essentially, conspiracy theories believe that the plane was shot down. Right? Just like you believe a missile hit the Pentagon. That's crazy. All right, so this is another thing. You believe that a missile hit the Pentagon, correct?
Sure. Yep.
But you also believe that the plane was crashed on its own?
No. Well, yeah. Listen, what I'm saying is you're saying the majority of people think it got shot down.
Regardless of
why are we acting like we all know what the fuck is going on? Why are we acting like we all know what the fuck is going on? Like,
Kenny, you're missing the point. What I'm saying is that So what's the point that I'm making?
I'm saying that you don't know what the fuck is going on, and you're saying that you do. Like, that's not true, bro.
So what's the point that I'm making?
It don't matter what point you're making. You don't know what the fuck is going on. That's the main point. Like, none of us do.
He was trying to get to a point.
Get to your point, Chris. Get to your point.
Go ahead.
The point that I'm making is that niggas believe that there was a missile. I'm saying niggas, I'm talking about rookies specifically. There was a missile that hit the Pentagon on the same day that terrorists actually hijacked another plane. Like, isn't that kind of a fucking crazy ass coincidence?
Yep. Go ahead.
Like, that shit's fucking crazy. Like, out of all the days of the life of the United States, on the same day, them niggas decided to shoot a missile at a Pentagon.
Well,
the
to
same
be fair,
day they hijacked the fucking airplane.
To be fair, like my belief, because I do believe that there's a conspiracy around 9/11, and my belief isn't that a missile hit the Pentagon and then in the same day that two planes crash into the twin towers, and like they're all separate events that happen at the same time. I believe it's like a whole thing together. But anyway, go ahead.
Together by who?
Just go ahead. Just continue. What's your point?
No, but I'm asking, like, that's part of it. Like, by who?
The government, man.
Like what's going on? Like, how much of it was coincidence and how much of it was planned? Like, do you believe them niggas actually hijacked the planes to go into the Twin Towers? Or do you believe they hired them niggas?
I believe that there's suspect footage on the type of planes that crashed into the World Trade Centers.
So you're susceptible to the Trade Center stuff.
A little bit, yeah.
You're susceptible to
all of it.
What?
I think all of it is sus.
Wait. No, hold up. And then, but the plane that got crashed, the one that we just finished arguing about, you're convinced that one went down because the passengers.
Listen, Chris. No. We got to take what my belief is out of it. You said the majority of the people believe that it got shot down. Which, if you're saying the majority of the people, I read what the news outlets are saying. The majority of people are going off of what the news say for what they believe happened. I don't think majority of the people believe that Flight 93 got shot down.
We're arguing two different things. The majority of people believe 9/11 is an inside job, but the news argued that it was.
I don't actually believe majority of the people think 9/11 is an inside job.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like,
all right. So then I'm wrong. The majority of people can, like, let's move past that because that's like way beyond the point, right? Okay. Like, I feel like you guys, that's it. Like, you guys are so stuck on the majority part.
Nah, you brought that shit up, and we're like arguing what you're talking about.
All right, Kenny, I'm wrong, and I'm sorry.
You are sorry. I'm sorry. I'm saying you're sorry too.
All right, so let's forget that the majority, like I even said the majority, I'm sorry. I was completely wrong for that, and I apologize.
All right, go ahead.
My thing is that you guys are believing contradicting conspiracies.
No one's believing this bullshit. Like, we don't know what's going on. That's in my opinion.
Well, I got a quick statement.
What happened to David?
At one point, MK Ultra was a conspiracy, though. Like, people didn't believe that you can even do shit to people. So when is it okay to believe certain things? And then,
do we all believe fucking American history? The history that niggas be rewriting all the fucking time? Now we believe it? Like, that's my thing. Like, I will never believe American history because American history changes.
So as far as MK Ultra goes, I wasn't living at that time. As far as MLK Ultra goes, like, I can't really argue it because I wasn't living at that time. So I don't know the contradictions in what was going on. My thing with 9/11 is that, like, niggas is all over the place. They're saying, like, if you let niggas make their point, if you let Rookie explain what happened in 9/11, like, he would argue with himself. Like, it doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
No, but I get that. I get that part. The problem that I have sometimes when people is quick, just like with the crack shit, people didn't believe the CIA and all the DEA had anything to do with that until it was debunked that they did have something to do with it.
So like that was another part of the conversation we had today. That's crazy that you brought that up. Because, like, it's a fact that the U.S. government did funnel drugs into the United States. That's 100% a fact.
Yeah.
So, like, the thing is, why did they do it?
Racism.
No. It wasn't even that. To fund the war with the Contras and
Right.
all that.
That's exactly what it was.
Yeah.
So like
Well,
they were
racism
trying to
had something to do with it because they had a target community that they were
Well,
targeting.
Yes.
we won't erase that. Yeah, we won't erase that. Yeah, you're
But
100%.
The initial point was for the Contras to fight the Contras.
And the Contras didn't have money to pay for the guns, so instead they used drugs.
Drug money.
And the niggas drug money. And then the niggas in the CIA capitalized off that opportunity and figured, well, fuck it. I might as well flip these drugs and put some money in my pocket.
But then some people was like conspiracy because when they started getting Freeway, when they started getting Big Meats, when they started getting Rick Ross, all these people, right? There was like the CIA was the nigga that was telling me because none of us niggas got passports. So how the fuck did we even get over there? Everybody was like conspiracy.
Right.
At one point. You know what I'm saying? Like, so when do we start the...
Now, I'll tell you what. If some shit comes out and 9/11 being an inside job makes sense to me, I'll be the first nigga to come on the podcast and be like, nigga, I was wrong.
Yeah.
You got to make a cigarette mouse too.
I didn't even hear what you say, but cool. But until like there's a fundamental motivation that makes sense to me, like I can't I'm gonna make fun of the niggas at my job who believe this shit. I have to. Like I have to.
It's who you are.
But you like not even just on the 9/11 aspect. Throw that shit out the window because that was a big thing, right? That was huge. That was Sad Time America, all that. But at a certain point, even like the syphilis, the Tuskegee experiments, at a certain point, when do we start to believe? You know what I'm saying? Because at one point that was a conspiracy too. Like people was like, nah, hell no. Why the fuck would the government do that? You know
at what point was it not a conspiracy?
I guess when they got more information, when time went on.
That's when niggas got to start apologizing, bro. That's I feel what you're saying. Like I 100% get what you're saying. Like the government testing homeless people with LSD sounded fucking crazy 50 years ago, but now you read about it now. Like now that all these niggas are fucking dead, they're okay with releasing the information.
You know what I'm saying?
So now we're reading about this shit. We're like, oh, okay. Like I guess it wasn't a conspiracy. So I get what you're saying. But like for every one of those, there's 19 others that make no fucking sense.
Bro, that George Bush memoir is about to hit crazy, bro. Watch.
No, but
I know you're gonna buy it, bro. I know you're gonna buy it.
But I am just to find out the details on 9/11.
Louis Farrakhan said some shit that makes sense too, though. Like, it's a lot of these conspiracies. Cause I just named a few of them that was conspiracies at one point. Even the JFK shit was a conspiracy at one point. Like the dude that shot him, there was like, oh my gosh, he didn't recollect where he was at and who out the bam. And that's connected to MK Ultra. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so people was like, no, it can't be. How was he not aware of where the fuck he was at? Conspiracy. You know what I'm saying? Like, and Farrakhan was like, the government done showed us a lot of times where shit wasn't really a conspiracy. So why the fuck will we trust it now? Like,
Right. Yeah. All right. We are at time. So
you ain't even let the nigga rebuttal, dickhead. Like,
I mean, go ahead, Chris. You got to rebuttal. I thought we were kind of at a good ending spot.
I'm not like I feel you. Like I feel like we got to a point where like I feel you. Like there is a point where stuff that doesn't make sense makes sense. The thing is that niggas be believing things that will make sense maybe 20 years from now without the information that will make them make sense 20 years from now.
Hey, 20 years from now when I'm right.
Can I circle back? That's how I felt about that Pat Mahomes shit. Year 2, niggas was like, he goated. And I'm like, let the years pass, and then he could be goated.
I don't know if that's an equivalent
conspiracy.
But, I mean, I feel you, bro. Like,
all right. Hey,
You like how I brought that back, huh?
Yeah. Hey, this was a good episode. Episode 59, Woodcrest certified. Again, like, comment, subscribe.
And
We'll
tell your
catch you.
grandmas to watch this shit. Fuck, nigga. No, I'm kidding.
You need the views,
Sheesh.
bro.
I'm saying. Fair. All right, we'll catch you on the next episode. Peace.